Miss Transformers 96 with another review, this time of X-Men Origins Wolverine Deadpool slash Weapon 11, he's been called. So here you go, here is the box, pretty messed up, I will say, but that's not like Hasbro's fault. X-Men Origins, there he is, he's kind of got his arms crossed when he's in the package, looks kind of cool. It says Deadpool, there he is, artwork of Logan, and here you go, it's a Deadpool, little bio there, and cool picture of him, and then some others in the assortment, and yes, so, yeah, I guess I'll just leave this back here. Okay, so, I never got any X-Men Origins figures. Yeah, I don't know why, I didn't love the figures that they had. There weren't that many villains in the movie X-Men Origins, you know, it was, what is it, no, it's, what's the main villain in that? I really can't remember his name. He was also the villain in the second X-Men. Can't remember his name right now. But, if I ever think of it, does it say it on the buzz? Oh, Stalker. Or, what is it? Stryker. Okay, Stryker is the villain in the, in X-Men Origins and in the second, X-Men. I don't like him, you know, he's not a mutant, so there's no reason, for them to make a toy, and even if they did, I wouldn't have wanted them. So yeah, so this was the only real villain in the X-Men Origins that actually, like, fought them, like, you know, and the Blob kind of did, you know, a little battle, but they didn't even make a toy of him, but he was really, like, the main villain, and it took them a little bit of a while to get the toy out, and which is why I just didn't collect any of them. You know, I wasn't a really hardcore collector when this, when the movie came out, but I think there's always just been something special when I think about the movie, because, the day that I saw the movie the first time, I think I can say it was one of, if not my, favorite day, of my life, I guess. It was just really fun. I got to go to the world premiere, got to see it a week early. I met all the stars and got all of their signatures, which was so awesome, and then got to see the movie. So there's always just been something just, like, special when I think of this movie. All the memories, just so much fun. But here we go with the toy. So he is my definitely favorite character from X-Men Origins Wolverine. Just very cool. I really like the concept, and a lot of people don't like him because of who he is, not because of how he looks, but who he is, because he's Deadpool. And I think many people expected much more, and much more comic-like, and stayed true to the comic looking Deadpool. Now, for me, I've never been a hardcore Deadpool fan. You know, he's been okay. See him every now and then, but just, I was never really too into him. Yeah, he was just not one that I really liked that much. I know everybody likes him. So because of that, this totally different looking didn't affect me at all, because I wasn't a big Deadpool fan to begin with, so if they went off the comic book looking type of thing, you know, I could care less as long as it looks good, and this does look good. I'm a big Carnage fan. Like, if they did the movie and, like, made Carnage look like weirdly, like, if Carnage was, like, human or something in the movie, and they just have him a human in the Spider-Man movie the whole time, I'd be really upset, because I love Carnage, and I'd like him to stay true to the comic book. But that's the same type of thing with Deadpool. But I don't really, I'm not a big Deadpool fan, so this big change in how he looks is not a problem to me. I like it. So he was probably a very powerful mutant. He's got powers from a bunch of other mutants, including, he's got the Antimandium. I know I'm saying that wrong, but the claws that Wolverine has, he's got the healing that Wolverine has. He's got the laser vision that Cyclops has. He's got that disappearing and coming back that in the movie that one guy had. And I don't know his name in the movie, but he's the actor's Will.I.Am. Yeah, I don't know what he was called in the movie. So he's got plenty of powers, so that's very cool. And he was really cool at the end. He got a great battle scene, and just very cool. So in this is all you get when you buy the toy, which is a little disappointing. You know, you don't get any accessories. I would have liked to see a kind of like laser blast if they just like put on him, and you know, they didn't put one out. But what I did try that doesn't work, but I did try to take the accessory from Crimson Dynamo from the Iron Man 2 series, and try to put this on here, and it won't stay up if you keep it up here. It just like falls down to his neck, so he can have a neck blast if you wanted him to. But if you actually like held it up to his eyes, and if it actually fit well, it wouldn't have looked half bad, you know. But just no, it doesn't fit. He's got a smaller head than Crimson Dynamo. So yeah, I was just trying something, and just a fail. But anyway, so the toy himself, very cool figure. I am highly impressed. Paint apps, articulation, pretty decent, you know, good enough for me. And then just sculpt, all in all, love it. I do have to say, so here you go. So, articulation, he's got a ball jointed head, but I'm just gonna call it a swivel, because he can barely look up or down. I'm talking, gosh, I don't even think he has a ball jointed head at all. I think it's just a swivel. So I'm going to say swivel head, a hinge, ball jointed hinge, shoulder, hinge swivel elbows, upper jointed, upper torso swivel or ball joint. I think it's a ball joint, just it barely moves up and down, so just consider that a swivel. A hinge ball jointed thigh, which is very nice. Double hinge knees, that is it. So he's lacking articulation. Wrist, what is it? Ankles, and head. I would have loved a hinge for him to look up. Not going to happen, though, so that's a little disappointing. But then the hinge and the ankle is something that I really wanted, and they didn't do, so disappointing, but not the end of the world. They gave him the important joints. You know, they didn't just do the hinge thighs like they do on the Clone Wars figures, and they didn't do just the ball joint like they do on Marvel Universe. They actually gave him the ball hinge, which is the best kind of joint for the thigh, which I really appreciate. And what some people don't like is it is loose, I will say, which people don't like, but for me, I love it, because this joint is pretty hard to manipulate with other figures, I think, that have, you know, just like tough joints. This one is nice and loose, which allows you to really, just work this joint really well and just do, you know, whatever you want, making posing easier and more fun, and just making it just awesome. So there you go, you know, not a bad pose for a just trying to come up with one in a couple seconds, you know, not horrible. So very cool. So I do like the loose joint in the thigh, because it does allow him to move a bit easier and just really have fun. So I do love that. Paint apps, can't say I love them, and they're not accurate as well. You know, with the pants are fine. I did see a little bit of swatching with some other paint, but it's very hard to see, and it's not bad at all. The scope, the paint on his face, it's very weird. He's kind of got this like almost like a hairnet type of thing. It's like a very darker color than his like regular face. So that is a bit weird. And at first when I saw this in like other reviews, I really didn't like the way it looks. But getting him, it doesn't look as bad as I expected. So I was obviously very happy, and you know, it's not that bad. Mouth, he's kind of got that same type of paint, but it's okay because his mouth is like stitched together. He's got the red kind of like diamond eyes, which is very nice. That's very accurate. But the lines on his body are not accurate. First of all, they're not colored in very well at all. They're like, you know, somebody just like took a Sharpie on it, like a 7-year-old took a Sharpie to this and didn't do detail very well at all. So yeah, really don't like the paint apps with these lines. Plus, in the movie, they're black. They're not red. I've watched plenty of reviews, and nobody have noticed that he doesn't have these red lines. They're all black in the movie. So yeah, don't love it. Really could have done a lot of better job, but they just didn't. I don't know why. This bandaging on his arms are very cool. I really like the way they look, but they're not movie accurate. I mean, he did have the bandaging in like one scene. They showed his arm on the operating table and had the bandaging on it, but when he came out for his big fight where he actually got to see his whole face and everything for the first time, he did not have the bandages on. So yeah, you know, if they took the bandages off and did the black paint, it would be extremely movie accurate to the end. But I would have liked to see the black paint, but I do like the bandages even more than just like a regular arm, so I'm good with the bandages. I love the way, I think it's an improvement rather than a step down, and I really like it. But the black paint I would have liked to see, but that's okay. He's got one fist, which looks very nice, and one open hand, which is very cool. Allows him to get him in like poses where he's like about to slice somebody. You know, it kind of looks like that, which is good. The claws or the blades, they are I thought that they were going to be thin and would like scare me if they were going to break off, but they're not. They're soft rubbery plastic, and they're not as straight. In the movie, they're like perfectly straight. So you know, it's not too movie accurate, and it doesn't just like cut off at the end here. It kind of like goes down, goes up a bit, and then comes back. So yeah, so I'm just being like really movie accurate with this guy. So yeah, but it's still a great blade. It's not very flimsy at all. You can really mess around with it, and it's not going to break, and it does look very cool. So there you go. So this is how he's packaged in the package. So that looks kind of neat. So a very nice figure. I would have loved to see a remake of this guy where it's the same figure. If maybe they just like repainted the lines black and repainted his eyes black, and then came with like a laser blast thing, because that would be cool. The red eyes are accurate, but when he does the laser blast thing, the red turns into black, and then he does the razor. So very cool. Love the character in the movie, and some of you don't like him because of his name, you know, but I just love him even with the name of Deadpool, and he is still alive. I'm sure most of you know, but if you didn't know, if you watch at the end of the credits, you might get a scene with Logan at a bar, and that one just does nothing. It's just a little add-on. It's really nothing special. But if you get the alternate ending, it's with Deadpool, and you can see him, and his mouth is unstitched, and he actually like talks. Okay, so there you go. And if you want to see the battle scene with this guy against Wolverine and Sabretooth, if you want to see that big battle scene, just go into my favorites. Like right now, it's there. I don't know when you're watching this, but yeah, it's there. Just click on it, and it'll show you the battle scene. And then the one under that is the alternate ending after the credits with him still being alive. So you can watch that too, all on my page, Miss Transformers 96. So there you go. Love the character, and the figure is very nice. I really like it. And yeah, so that's why I ordered it later. You know, the Thor toys just came out, and I'm finally ordering this guy. But I do like him. So yeah. Oh, also price and where I got him. Very sorry, I'm leaving too fast. I got him on eBay. Some person, yeah, I was looking, tried to find the best priced one. There was one that was ending for like $11 with one bid on it, so I didn't want to go with that. And then there was one that somebody just put out, and it was for 6 days, but it was $5 and free shipping. So what I did is I didn't want to wait all the time for it to end. I had to go up against bidding with people, so I just sent him a message asking him if he put it out, to buy it now for like $7.50 and with free shipping. And he said, will do, and right away put it out. I bought it that night, and within 2 hours I found the one I wanted, sent a message, and bought him, and here we go. So very nice. For $7.50, a great figure. For regular price in the stores, well, I don't think you can find this guy anymore, but on eBay, $10, I definitely pay for him. Depends how much of a big a fan you are of him. I'm a huge fan, so I would pay a good $15 for a huge fan. For somebody that kind of likes him, they just want to kind of complete their set, I wouldn't go higher than 10. But very nice figure all in all, and I do like him. So there you go. So that's my video review of X-Men Origins Wolverine Deadpool / Weapon 11. Thanks for watching.